Everyone knows about the planet Mars, and it is seen that the existence of life is possible, that there is an and also for the it means existence of life is possible in every way, but this planet is ruining with the passage of time. There is a city of my name's Jordan, that the army of Jordan, that one day to get the army of Mars. There is also another city named Helium. Helium had been gone from Jordan not boldly for a long time. One day the battle is broken out between the armies of both cities. Then three persons arrived to sword and asking the name of Led was shunned them, and Chung, who was school set of many of us, they avoid him up. Other in form of vapor, this capability is stronger. Shuang says to Ducking, you will rule over this planet if you do what we ask you to do. In agrees with then actually Sham had such of us that he could transform himself into any appearance, and he could also travel on any planet. Then does scene takes place on the planet. On a man is shown they have named John God, that going to the post office he writes a letter to his nephew. He states in the lead that them soon here I want to meet you. Someone was looking on John God that day, a John dog that leaves after posting the like the receiving that led to his nephew quickly the guns back to meet his uncut coming day, and he comes to know that his uncle John God that has died on of a sudden. He goes to the location of his uncle's feel that and it was room that could only be unlocked wrong inside John God. Those men dares him, we have not buried his ghost dead body, because John God this last wish was to not nobody but he, but his dead body may be kept in the open coffin that men hands. The nephew over 90 of John God that he tells John Carter wished that only his nephew will read this guide. Your uncertainty may be the zone to this, you may get the answers of all your questions. Then as stated in Dad Died He by John God that you used Bill believe on those childhood stories told to you by me, but you will have grown up now, so believe in my story which I am going to state for you. And he starts reading that died. It was stated here, data years ago I was searching for that gave off school, but he is God bike and military imprisoned in him. In fact they wanted to get the union of John God that, but the oppositions I didn't, they attacked that. Goodness me Daddy, but John Carter and that men escaped from they have successfully, and they hide themselves in a cave going there, and it is that cave of gold which John got and wanted to explore. The whole cave was filled with gold. Then Amen attacks John God the dumb India, and he attempts to end him, but John and victimizes him. He was Shank's men killing him. John God that activates a device via taking it off from his neck. Its blue light is done on any, and he whispers Del Voto bot so, but John Carter grabs that device from him, and John God that also a does avoid bot some. John God that is vanished from the earth after the same get, and he steps in a big desert. John Gardner did not know how he was a Bill to come here. He was able to jump highly coming here. He is actually in March so, because he had acted the vote about some, and he was jumping highly because of the low gravity, but he had no knowledge that he is on Mars bars. So the inhabitants of that planet get his side jumping highly, and those inhabitants gone to John God that thus Ives men like dollars, and they are named Thought Gus. They were not looking like that human beings. John God does my name is John God of, and I am from Virginia, and those inhabitants understands his name is Virginia, and they had leader does not, and John God that because he was jumping highly they bring John Gato to their tribe season him. And they had leader also grabs that device too with John God that had come here. Jordan the and Helium are battling in the haven. Helium skin new dead zone and asking has a navy light, and no one can confront him, no one men's determined before him. So then thus King says to Helium skin that I want to marry your daughter, I promise you that I will not on your tribesmen if it occurs. And Helium skin agrees with think that he will marry his daughter with a sword, and asking but Bean says does not agree with this marriage, so she is fleeing hiding Hudson from everyone. That tribe of God Gas is also witness in it at the backside, and they wish to beat him off tribesmen of both jibes while battling one under that Sylvie made rule over months. Then says is about to from her spacecraft. John Gardner observes this to his binocular, and he rescues Princess jumping high road and asking is going to attack John that using his never like. Shuang says to him don't do it, I need this man alive. So then goes King is nearly to capture John Guy that the tribe of God does begin to fire them from the ground. So dumb and of Jordan that have movie that does got excited thinking they have been debated that above on the John gotta go back and funding, but he died directly. The few says this demand that threaten him, we will end this Helium princess if you don't fight for. So John Gardner gets ready to fly Right, princess, asked John. Got that humble you jumped so high? He says, I know nothing about it, I am just in search of my gave of cool John. Them comes to know from Dublin, says that he is not on the planet of, he is rather on the planet Mars. John God that is shocked by this, but then says does not just him, as he will hit the elite. Come from God. So and says sauce, how did you come on this planet? Wrong, a long distance. John Gardner shows 100 that device to which he came here. Now that device is in the possession of God, thus leader. After this John Garden thought daughter does daughter, and Bean says go to a place to get that going. There they come to know about a sacred river they also view. Of all to with John got a good with done on have these people are in the holy temple of the goddess that everyone is strictly forbidden to come and do, to which these tea are gone and put in captivity because the temple of the goddess was defined. Then he is asked who took him to that them, but the name of Solot Guns, which is the daughter of the chieftain of the land, and Sola has to be given that sentence due to which does so that could not do so, and he danced John Gardner to take his daughter away from the it, and no John God that leads to. Then three of them proceed towards their destination. John God of noise during the journey. That girl is the helium spin, says, who has fled to displease because she is not willing to marry Sword, and asking they reach their destination. They had a change begins to a good day is just the device of John God that on the ground, which means about many changes, that there are some spoken words to move from one planet to another, and those words aren't required to speak out. With that device Shuang and his companions approach the Nthe. They are I bring those votes. Shuang borders his companions to seize both of them. John got it ended up in insects things. This is sent back to helium getting hot, and John thought that is also grab along the time, and they have time companion hide somewhere as at that least. So she the men's sexual says gone. John got that bellies. John got that is low. Left surprised knowing that Vinces is getting married Busada and asking, so he asks Bean says why are you doing it, but insisted is you don't want to battle for us and you will return to your planet on it will be better for my nation that I may marry Isolde, and asking. Then she hands over John God does device taking it out because Bean says also knew of those spoken once he could return to I bring those was then says places that device on John got those hand. She says to John Garden speak out these words along with me. John Carter does accordingly, he speaks out those words, but John Carter does not act of the last one. In fact he did not want to the done on A because both have started to like each other. So then Gaskin, the expected husband, often says appears the and as the door opens he is unable to see John Gato the and because John God that is already jumped up upside he comes down. As everyone leaves there is a lady who was actually some disguise and of woman. Shuang gets control of John God that using his never like he also it trigs this never light into John God that neither John Carter could do anything nor he escaped. Chances to John God that your others have increased in that time you came on this planet. He does I actually don't exist, but we have to struggle hard to keep it secret. Shopping bags John God of the disguising him as a lady Van Bean says, and the key what heading for managed tonight was done, that is ceremony of them with the performance on customs. Shuang sees Bean says is very brilliant because she has such out never like along with its reality tonight. Then the two moons will be united, it done know it of the Neville I will be put to death. Actually they had met, his custom was going to be performed at the unity of the wounds. John God that asks him what is the purpose of yours for doing so, what are you doing this, you can also get a princess going there. Shan says we have been playing such games before a long time ago, that time before the existence of this planet, and we will continue to do it until we destroy the planet out. He meant to say that they will destroy a planet after the devastating this planet, and it is their mission to ruin the planet one of the under, and we hand this never lied over to those stupid, and which was that the king of Jordan that is the same as rich as well as too big chunkers. We have been created for that particular purpose, we make the inhabitant the two ruin the one. As a result we got string shunned is shifting John got her to another place. Then the faithful dog of John got it appears the and it bites on Shank's hand. Van he had said that never liked device he had got control of John got her have to John got that is released from his control with the removal of the Indian enjoy got the most from the and bargain one of the spaceships, but they chase John God that John God knows her companion thought does daughter is in the desert. She fires had a gun on dead spacecraft which was chasing John God. The John Gato spacecraft has also crashed. The John Carter says I need an odd meat to rescue Princess John Gardner. Two targets reaching they have. He is imprisoned because the previous king of God had also been imprisoned. One other dog had taken the place of that king by flown any a bomb in a did John got off and wanted to kill him, but the ex-king of God has just in John got that he can distort the on it again in the following day. G. On guard and ex-king of Notga side left with the monstrous anima, but John Garden finishes him. He also and that gossiping who had taken the place of extinct. Now the ex-king again holds his seat as a good golf. Then John Garden wanted to save princess because with the unity of no moons in the sky, then says marriage custom will be perform and the shun will gilpin says, but John got the leeches they had before the completion of the met his cost of. He says it is a conspiracy vote is happening here because or then does people have got the control over helium and they will attack helium with the completion of your marriage custom. Absorb and asking takes his sword, oh then their vote breaks out. Sodomy also approaches Dayan for the support of helium board's tribes or them two gone friend Jordan the collaboratively to rule them out. John got the red zone and asking but shouldn't bonds his sword on princess coming in Bill Hydro, but Bean says brings his never light devices which was in the position of show and she throws it taking a oh, but Chung again possesses that device shrewdly. John got that is nearly to kill him. On offer sudden he disappears from the often vibes. John got that and princess get married. John got that is overjoyed to get married and now he never wants to leave this planet Mars, because of which he throws a the device he could have used to go to a at that night shall not be as there disguising himself, and he does those words while placing his hand on his body so he may the don't build the planet on, and he sends John Garden back to a vegan up. John got the finds himself in the same cave of who which he had been searching for a long time, but he wanted to return 2 months because his wife princess was on Mars, but he had not that device through which he could be done deal. Now John gotta start digging from place to place to get that device, and everywhere he starts searching for that device on Earth so that he can go to Mars. Then John Gardner has been searching for that device for this years. At last he finds that device. This whole story is being viewed by then they feel of John God that has stated it that you had known it. Now why did I say you do not bury my dead body, because I could be ruined on mass in case of the destruction of my body here, and you want that day of my golf and when it is present and the responsibility of my dead body is now on your shoulder. John got those nephew witnesses. There are some alphabets on the door of the two and he likes his name with those alphabets, but that door is not unlocked. Then he writes his birth name at which was used Google on him by John got that writing that name. The door is unlocked but a man struggles to any him coming from backside, but that man is shot down by some money and he loses his blitz. John God those nephew observes that he is still alive and he moves to that men and aid recently by him and he takes out that device from his goal. He could go 2 months to a, and the skilled men was shampoo had approached here disguising himself. Now Ocean could go on any planted, so he came here chasing John God that John God that is succeeded in his but of us, and he asks his nephew write a book love someone and cleared the but it was all your life. John God damned lies don't add up, least taking that device and he again moves to Mars, and this film also completes his friends. A lot of hard work has gone into making this video. Please don't give me your support by subscribing to the agenda and I get you the next video. I am okay, bye.